Good afternoon, guys. This is Charles, also known as Dr. Gelly here. Today I'll be talking regarding about college and being in debt. Yes, how the title is stated. I know it's weird for me to say type that out, but hey, what can I say, right? Um, Basically, from my personal perspective and from my own experience of dealing with being attending college early, couple, well, 3, 4 years ago to be more exact, I was majoring in culinary arts and everything else, and I dropped out of it because of financial and personal problems, and I think it was best for me not to attend college any further. But lately, over the last several weeks, especially over the last several days, I've been having random people telling me, like different people of the same statement or idea saying that I should go back to college. I should go back to college, go back to school, and don't waste time on what you're doing here on your website or whatever the case may be. I don't know. Why would they assume about my situation? But here's the situation why I don't go to college, and you can refer to references in this description box below. I don't go to college right now because of the debt that you have to take on. I currently still owe about approximately, I would say, $1,000 more in debt, and it's taken me about not even 4 years, almost 4 or 5 years now, for me to pay off now about $5,000 in debt. So you're talking about between that time and the money that I put into it, I could have used that money towards maybe something of a trade school where it's a little cheaper, but it might be more of a guarantee and something for me to go into. And right now, I'm trying to pay off debt, something I owe from the past, and not accumulate more debt. And not only that, accumulate more debt. Why is it that I have to be in debt in order to go in for higher education? If I remember correctly, back 25 years ago, my mother, she attended college for her nursery, and she's currently a head nurse of a local clinic within the New York City area. It was a lot cheaper back then, back in the 1980s, 80s, early 90s, to go for the college education, whatever, and to pay it within the next 5 or 10 years or something like that, if not shorter. But in my situation, look at me, it's taking me 5 years easily just to pay off this debt because I had to worry about my rent for the apartment, I have to worry about food, clothing, I have to worry about transportation, all this other stuff I have to think about. So in essence, if you refer to the description box below with the references, what Peter Schiff was talking about, I'm in favor of what he's been talking about over the last several months during his campaign, even outside of his campaign, regarding about tuition costs. Government has been too involved with the college. The quality of education in colleges, as well as the quantity to pay into for tuition, room, and board to attend these colleges. I remember I met a person on a basketball court of mine, a local basketball court of mine named Evans, and I gave him my YouTube channel. So if you're listening out there, Evan, this is for you as well. He's saying that, I was telling him about my situation, that about what I said about going to college. I'm not interested. I don't have that many desires, or the investment, that thing that is a good investment to go into. But he stated, while we were playing basketball, that I'm pursuing to be a pharmacist, and it's good to have that $300,000 a year job or something like that. He was saying it's all well and good to try to pursue for that, but how many other people you think are doing the same thing you're doing? Why would you? Why would you actually try in this situation what the economy is in right now, with unemployment being at 10%, where there's actually a gross the U6 number about 17 to almost 18%, if not 21%. Why would I want to take the chance of actually putting myself in that much debt, tens of thousands of dollars in debt, and then have to pay the interest payments, which is about as low as $50 a month to $100 a month, and it will take me for almost nearly, I won't say forever in literally terms, but maybe decades to pay it off because of the amount of money that you currently don't have. And this is what I was trying to explain to Evans. But Evans started to explain that, Charles, wait a second, what about financial aid at the colleges? Evan, the financial aid at colleges is what they provide you student loans at. Hence, the loan, the actual $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 loan, whatever that you did for your pharmacy job, for that pharmacist career. So it's all about looking at it from a long-term view, ladies and gentlemen. And this is what the public around within my surroundings I'm trying to talk to about, random people that tell me, go back to school, Charles, go back to school. Or, no, you have to go back to college, you got to go back to college. Yes, it's all well and good, but financially it's horrible. You have to be, you have to literally have to be a risk taker for that. And I'm precautious and wanted to actually, perhaps by the next year or two, I could start pursuing a career in computer programming, maybe at a trade or a vocational technical school or something like that, where it's a lot cheaper. Even with those type of schools, their tuition is increasing year by year, on average 5% as well, because of government intervention. As a good portion of these places, they say like, oh, we're financial aid from the government, or we have federal subsidiaries, so you really get that student loan now. Government, I am not interested in going for any of those loans anymore until things get better and cheaper and less intervention within the government. So, ladies and gentlemen, as my proposal, I think it's best for what I'm doing now. My best bet is to boycott going to college now. Just get a regular paying job. I admit I'm currently laid off from my job. Unexpected. I can't do much about it, and thank goodness for what I've actually obtained from savings and other resources available within my reach. So I'm able to withstand these hard economic times. But I cannot just take on more debt where the situation I'm in now is just as sustainable. Where I'm at now. I'm trying to pay off the other debt. So the more people are aware of these notions, the better it is for us to overcome these high amounts of debt. I will not take chances in doing that if you're desperate to get that higher paying job. That's the only way I think about it. But not this time, ladies and gentlemen. So I thank you for watching. I hope it comes to some less part of a little bit of education awareness to you, and as well as the references below, Wall Street Journal, the WSWS, even the Spectator of Columbia and Wisconsin as well talk about these matters at hand over the last 5 years. Some of these articles date back to about 2006, 2007. So hopefully that will help out and understand where I'm coming from about these matters at hand. And I hope Evan is watching this as well and taught what I'm going through as well. Because debt equals servitude. Remember what Gerald Cenlente say? Servant, servitude. I'll see you guys later. Have a nice day.